Welcome to our friendship.
We were sitting at Dairy Queen.
We were at Dairy Queen.
I don't know why, but I feel that sells the story better.
So,
hi everyone.
RWBY,
Welcome to the
RWBY.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle podcast.
My favorite thing to do with this is just to hit record when no one's paying attention to see how long it takes.
No, I noticed. I just kept going. That's how I do it.
Anyways, RWBY,
Hi.
So,
please help.
So, yeah. All right. We have another episode of RWBY where they're really starting to get into the nuts and bolts of how the Ever After works, and it's nowhere near
Nuts
how
and
people
bolts.
thought it was in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Oh, don't worry. There's
Waiting for
plenty.
that.
There's plenty of that with the now how everyone thinks this reincarnation things works and who they think Little is. Anyway, so there's some stuff going on, and now is when all the fan theories are really starting to fly on top of where they already were. But before we get to that, Blake, what was your favorite?
Okay. I think we all know what type of conversation we want to have. I want to shut the fuck up. I have the floor here. John, at the end, he's now a fucking MILF. He's a DILF. He's a DILF. We made
I was
fun
gonna
of
say,
him
wait.
in his hair. We made fun of him in his hair, and now look at him. Now look at
He's
him.
so beautiful.
Ruby listened. Ruby's like, oh, no, you're not going to make fun of this boy this volume. He's
Hey.
now a DILF.
I want to point something out. I didn't
He's
make
a
fun of
dilf.
his hair.
Shut up. No, you're not. He's a DILF now. We can't make fun of DILFs. In this household, we're not making fun of DILFs anymore.
Agree.
He's a DILF.
I never had a problem with him.
And what I did with his hair, and Ruby fixed his hair.
I have a.
disliked him at the
I
very
know.
beginning, but I love him.
Here's,
I
here's
swear
the
that I
thing.
literally combusted.
Here's the thing. I have a post from AG Nonsuch that kind of confirms he still has the same exact haircut, just longer.
Shut the fuck up. He's a DILF right now. Shut up.
Ray,
Bring the
go
proof.
ahead. Ray, go ahead.
Oh, you want to know what my favorite part is? Is that now you guys can't get mad at me if Little dies because they don't die. They come.
true.
He does if he's killed by a Jabberwock.
Eh. He got you there.
Only if the Jabberwock eats him. That is literally.
now
the
there's a lot
only
of
way
them.
You guys can get mad at me. But
And
Where's
to
that
answer
gonna get
your
mad
question,
at
my
you?
Is your new
part was
favorite
the
son-
whole-
Go ahead.
was RWBY giving away the little rose crest thingy.
It means a mother's promise because thoughts are
I promise she'd come
valued.
back.
Clearly, Raven
Yep.
didn't give Yang anything.
Well, she also didn't plan on coming back at all, so
Oh.
she was
Look,
quite irritated when she showed
Jake
back up.
Is lucky to exist in the first place.
Very true. Your
But
girlfriend
our-
exists.
Raven.
I have two. First on the white stag, as we would say it, being named Juniper.
Mhm.
Loved
That
it.
broke me.
Love it. And then the rooster with the teeth.
Somehow that is the creepiest looking thing they've made in the entire show.
And I love it.
It's rooster with teeth.
I'm like,
It's
it
my
took
new
this-
computer background.
Like it took this long.
They finally had the opportunity. They took it.
My favorite point is obviously that the cool fan theory that someone had came true that we talked about in the very first episode. But also is now that everyone was very upset that Arcos is no longer a thing. Or is no possible thing because Kira died. But Arcos can still be a thing because now John is old enough to date her MILF of a mom.
Hey, I'm just saying. All those moms in Atlas thought he had it.
Got her!
He's
Blake.
not wrong. Blake, no.
I
Blake,
nailed
come back. You know he's right.
it!
Blake, get back here. Get your JoJo butt back here.
I have been sitting on that since 10 a.m. this morning.
she's crying, guys. We got her.
Just the image of Ty sitting here around waiting for his moment.
I was just like, I got that joke stocked, ready to go. And I can't wait for the fan art because I know it's coming.
I hate it here.
You can't hate it here. You love
That's
us.
what I thought immediately. I was like, wow, only if Pyrrha could see him now. I'm like, wait. Now he's got the older Nico's to deal with. Oh, I love it so much. But there's also a fan theory that's going to go on with that later on. But we'll get to that as we go. I didn't know you were going to react that hard. That was fantastic. That made my day. All right, so the ever after works really weird because everyone has their purposes and they do with things that they do, but their purposes can get altered by said curious cat. We're finding out. He can just make them do things they aren't supposed to, like making, I think, Summer's new favorite character, Bird in Hat.
Yes, my new favorite, Bird and Hats. I love the hats.
Who sells dirt cookies. Attack the Jabberwock. So, and also, I saw someone make a post. I want to say they mentioned it last week, but I didn't mention it this week. That there was a fan theory that they think that RWBY is partially going to get her shit back together because the curious cat is going to give her part of its heart.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mention that last week. That was my fault. I forgot about that. That's either in this one or it was last week. And I want to say that was last week. But does anyone have guesses on who the curious cat knows can actually die? Because there's a point where they're like, some things have to actually die. And then there's that one. Oh, that's not something we talk about in casual conversation. Because this was separate from the Jabberwock talk.
Yeah. For a moment, I thought he was referring to the Jabberwocker.
But, yeah. Anyway. We also have that they come back different and have when they have their roles figured out. So there is some governing being that takes them, refigures them, and sends them back. So
The tree.
Is there a different Wizard of Oz? That's kind of the Alice version.
It makes sense with what he said before.
Yeah, because I know it's a mix of fairy tales, but it's like, are they going to have their own version of that there? The guy who's like, what are you doing? Unless they get to the end and it's Alex. Who never actually
thinking
left.
of the show Westworld.
Yeah, I know. I'm really starting to think like, because every episode it's more like, this was a storybook. No, it's the sequel. No, it's the same book. They're just changing the characters. I'm like, I like that it keeps changing, that Team RWBY continuously thought they knew what was going on and has no idea.
Yeah.
The writing in this volume is very, very good. But so we got to see character sightings in weird ways, which I'm just going to bring up the first picture because it represents it fully. Where is it? There. I wasn't expecting a secondary Summer sighting. It really wasn't. And proving that we got to see what Summer's weapon looks like.
And possibly her voice.
Possibly.
Because before the Curious Cat said her name, there was a female voice that did not sound like anyone else we've heard. This might be Tara Strong.
Why do we all of a sudden think it's Tara Strong?
Because Tara Strong's supposed to be in the scene and she's
made a
voicing
tweet about.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah,
She did mention that
not too long ago, she made a tweet about
God.
being in this volume of RWBY.
I completely missed that.
She couldn't say who she was, so everyone's thinking Summer.
That if
like she was shut down quickly by the people of RWBY.
Well, if you're going to have Tara voice it, it's not going to be like they're not going to do what they somehow did with Laura Bailey of all people and have her talk for 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, not with Tara.
That still blows my mind. But anyway, no, that'd be interesting. She would be a good one.
She plays a lot of
I can
moms.
see that. She does play a lot of
She
moms, and
does.
she has a childish enough voice to where she would match Ruby's tendencies.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to
Exactly.
see that Ruby gets a lot directly from Summer. And yeah, also that if we see her again, she's likely going to have a model switch. Because as you can see here, this stuff doesn't exist in her old one. It is as plain Jane as possible. She doesn't have these clasps and all this horse shit here. This circlet around her neck.
Yeah, because
ain't
of
there.
that, people think it could be either Summer or a different version of Ruby.
Or a future version of Ruby.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or
Very
Neo
well
just
could be.
changing her looks.
I don't think it'd be Neo because
No.
this woman is showing her stuff in her head of people that she's done. And Neo to me wouldn't fit. I think she would have just shown Neo.
Mhm.
But
yeah.
yeah, it's cool that we got to see it. And there's just so we got to see again that Neo's improved semblance of sending out, well, anyway, more talking on this about if she could, they're trying to get a lot of people to Ruby confess that things just not going on. Every character in here is basically telling her, what are you doing? You need to fix yourself. Something's wrong and you're not admitting it. And including this, what might be the creepiest character the show's made.
The blacksmith.
The blacksmith, who looks like a robot because it has no human parts whatsoever. Like, I looked that thing over. It's all mechanical, everything. It has no eyes, nothing. It's just, and she also, like, doesn't exist other than to see Ruby because she sees the shop and no one else sees it, and it's not there when they get back.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool if we actually get to see her again and she shows up. They're doing very good with every, like, putting idea, like, they can tell that this one was brainstormed for a long time. Like we said, it's been 4 years since the last one. It's pretty kind of insane. But yeah, it's awesome. And with the ideas they have, we're going to go into fan theories that people are having about people being different people because of changing who they are with their purposes. And we'll get into that later. But if I remember, I will edit it in who it was that put up the fan theory first and put it on Tumblr. The person that came up with the time works differently for a certain man in RWBY because of the intro gets some points. And also, he's riding the Pumpkin Pete's rabbit for crying out loud.
Yes.
The only thing that could have made that scene better is if he would have called it Pumpkin Pete. But also, someone pointed out that he's been in there for so long that the only friend he had, he named Juniper. That's really sad. Also, I completely forgot about the Warriors Wolf Tail thing. That was awesome. But yeah, the scene, I didn't know if they were just modulating his voice to make him sound weird, to make you think that somehow maybe it wasn't John. But yeah, I'm interested to see, and I want you guys to make honest to God guesses. How many years do you think John's been down there? Because that didn't grow in less than a year.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, people trying to figure out because he got older, but he fell down last.
Yeah.
So people are trying to figure out how does, like, the quote unquote
time
time
travels.
work. Or, like, did he actually got to the ever after before anyone else? Because in, like, the last episode, we saw Neo finally, like, landing into the never after.
I don't know how it works. But, like,
I was
they're
gonna
trying
say,
to think that.
I've seen the whole time thing mostly. My joke has been that he just straight up died when he landed.
People.
I'm not saying that was true. I just
people think that like he ran into the caterpillar.
Fixed.
Yeah, or that he ran into the caterpillar, but they're also thinking that somehow time just works weird. That they somehow think that with the weirdness of all this, that somehow he was the actual rusted knight from the tale that Alex went through.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I have seen people say that too.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting
And
to
they
once we.
were saying, what was it? That's why his powers were always weaker compared to everybody else.
Yeah, it's weird. It'll be interesting, obviously, next week when you actually get to hear from John about what's been happening, and that his sword is still broken. I noticed that, but also that he's got a ponytail made with what I would assume
Pyrrha's
sash.
claws.
It's a warrior's wolf tail.
I know.
Yeah, but also I saw on Twitter, like someone pointed out that like he's wearing like the color of Pyrrha and has the bow that Penny. Because Penny always had like the bow in her hair.
Oh, maybe.
So as you look closely, it kind of looks like it's a bow.
Can we zoom in?
Not in a good way.
Yeah,
Get your monocules.
Like people kind of point out, like he's wearing like a bow, like Penny, and the color.
Yeah.
Up here.
Closing our chat.
I'm sorry, but anyway,
Bose.
the process of the book fangirl finding out that her favorite character is Jean.
Hey,
listen. We knew early on. Dilf. We know the type of guys to simp for.
You did
it's
not.
Dilf.
You
Shut up,
made
Dilf.
fun of his pineapple hair.
He's a Dilf now.
I would know how Blake felt if I got to meet some of the characters in my books. Except these guys know what books I'm reading.
I'm calling both of you out. You made fun of him all the last few volumes for his hair.
I like his hair.
I didn't make fun of his hair.
I like his hair.
I know I made fun of him. Ruby's like,
you guys are
Just
fake. Only
remember-
Ty and
just
I are
remember who
allowed
you
to
made
ship
fun
for
of.
John.
I just ship John with a mom now.
Hey,
the MILF
look,
Destroyer, John
the
Ark.
Atlas moms thought he had it. So
One of those Atlas moms might
the
get
moms
it later.
and Atlas were all about him. So literally, they could.
I do have to say one thing I liked about the scene
Go ahead.
was the glow that Blake is giving off is very golden.
Yes, it is.
It's like
I
I'm
love it.
shining like my girlfriend.
Yeah, I also love that it goes from they're all like, we need to get out of here, to Yang's like, oh, Blake's excited, that's cool. And obviously see that to go, and then everyone, and then just you notice the only one that has red cheeks out of that whole group is Weiss. In the last shot when they see it's John.
She's blushing.
oh, how the
She's like,
tables have
shit.
turned, Weiss.
I'm waiting for the entire time where she's just like, that's puke boy. Which, anyway, this is what I wanted to show earlier with the demonstrations of how different this looks. Like, all this would be where the white is in this outfit. And, like, this has no line through it and stuff. But, yeah, there's some stuff going on there. But anyway, all right, so...
I'm too poor for new cosplay. No.
Well, that's too damn bad.
I'm putting my money into a Ellie cosplay.
Well, now you got a salad order.
Yeah, so... And also that the weird thing is that people don't remember when they return from things. So it's going to be different with that, with some reincarnations of stuff. And one that we're going to get into that I don't feel either which way, but there's a quote from one of the animators, Erin Torche, or Torch is however you pronounce her name, is that apparently there's a line in there in the show that no one is talking about that has great significance. And apparently AG Nonsuch knows what the line is, or has figured out what the line is, and because of it, she thinks that Little is Penny.
Yeah, I saw a lot of theories coming out now that Little is Penny.
I wanted to make that joke episode 1, but I was like, nah.
Because they're thinking if all that fell and she fell into the ever after and she reincarnated for her purpose, because she needed a new purpose, what purpose would it be other than to find Ruby where she needs to go?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's points where there's a point where the blacksmith is talking to her. I can't remember the exact lines, but one of the lines she says sounds like something that Penny says in volume 7. I want to say when they first meet up, but we'll see. But AG was pretty adamant about it, and I love that girl. She's fantastic. But anyway, so yeah, let's look and do some more of these. Like the show is becoming ridiculously well animated now. Just the effects and stuff on his armor and stuff like it, all that. And I love that helmet so much. That look for Jean is so good.
No.
It's the first time anyone's actually ever cared about their emblems too.
It
I know it's
is.
about that.
Yeah.
It's the first time they've ever put any significance behind them. It's
Out
weird.
of like all the emblems I've kind of seen, Ruby's is like the only one that seems to always detach. So it was like given to her, probably by Summer,
It could be.
and everyone else is like built into their outfits.
Yeah, it's all sewn on. Like hers is the only one that keeps going through it. Yeah, no, I agree. And
Yeah,
Santa!
your teeth.
that thing is so weird.
It's my new background.
It's so
You should make it your Discord icon.
yes.
I
but
will.
One of the
Dude,
coolest.
I want to
designs
see
they've
that
ever-
stupid thing.
Give me a minute.
One of the coolest designs they've ever made is this blacksmith thing.
Yeah.
God, it reminds me of something, but I cannot place it.
It honestly reminds me of kind of the doll from Bloodborne.
Yes!
It's like a mechanical thing that's weird and hollowed out, and yeah, I like how that.
Yes!
Like this part's good. This part's kind of messed up. You can see that she's haphazardly put together. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I'm sorry. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. All right.
All right,
Anyway,
Ray, go
Oh.
to Discord.
Delph!
Delph!
It's the Delph!
it's the Delph. But yes, John looks fantastic. It's something else. And then here was I wanted to show the full thing that if that is Summer's weapon, that it's literally a scythe and not that far off from Ruby's exact weapon.
It's also a gun.
Yes. How I was just like, I wonder where she got the scythe idea from. I can't imagine. And you can see the spots where it would shoot out and transform too. It's just, it's wonderful.
Oh, I want to make it so
All
bad.
right. And then
Yes, I love this.
that shot was great. That whole fighting scene was fantastic. They're doing a lot of good teamwork fight scenes. And someone pointed out on Tumblr that it was just like, I know that this is a moment where they're growing up, but it literally looks like Ruby is stealing plushies.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, it does. And I love it.
These are my pussies.
It's the
It's
best.
not a face.
Yes. And then
The bird.
the bird. It's that you can see I'm noticing that they have the eye trail thing, I think, from when they have their purposes changed, which sadly you kind of saw get savagely murdered at the end of this episode by the Jabberwocks.
Explains why Ray liked the character so much.
Yeah, because I like them.
Fastest turnaround ever for a side character she loves getting murdered.
No, so cute.
I'm at a new record, guys.
And-
The
Okay, I have to
Vaccine
stop
named
the
character
butterfly
is
wing.
T.
The butterfly wing.
Also
like,
butterfly
the
wing.
came back into purpose.
Yes, but it's also like people are pointing out that we haven't seen a place where these butterflies come from, but the butterflies have been shown consistently. And this
Maybe it's their purpose.
person's making
Flying
them.
around.
Well, a lot of purpose to fly around, but it's like there would need to be a reason. If she said that they say that someone makes them new and molds them into something and then sends them back out. What
Hey,
if
maybe it's
she's
the
the one
blacksmith.
that's remaking people? She's a blacksmith.
I mean, that makes sense considering the whole usual themes that go with butterflies and stuff.
Yeah, the metamorphosis and all that.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to think, and like, because you saw weapons on the wall and stuff like that, and of all the people for her to see, she sees Penny, Alex, and Summer. it'd be interesting. And we have one
Yeah.
self-submission.
Just be careful we make fun of him in high school, everyone. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Look at him. We made fun of him, and now look.
You
look at
made
him.
fun
You
of
love him.
him. Let's get one thing straight. You did, not me.
Trust. We made fun of him, and now look. Now look at him.
That is a man.
Bananas have
You made
grown.
fun of him. I thought he was fine.
Shut up.
You don't get to shit for him now just because he's a dilf.
I'm allowed to. I have a
No,
type,
because
and
you
he's
watch
now my
part
type.
6 of JoJo.
I agree with Blake.
That's right. 2 things I got on you.
I have a type, and the type is DILFs.
Yeah, you're not allowed. Banned.
I'm told.
Rights revoked.
Yes.
I just like how
Also,
Beard
something that I
chooses
found
everything.
out minutes before we recorded. All the Silver Warriors are a part of Little Red Riding Hood. Ruby is Little Red, Marie is the grandma, Summer is the woodsman, and the Hound is the big bad wolf.
Oh, that's such a good point. I love
Oh,
That is.
that's so cool.
I didn't think about that. I literally was like opening up and I had the things on. And I was like, I didn't think about that whatsoever, but she literally has a woodsman style rifle. I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
The bananas.
They're still there. They are still there. AG has proved it. You preserved it, and I love you for it.
Banana here.
No, it's just the best. I love her.
I love this.
I love how Blake is suspicious shot and makes her fangirling while Yang is like, I don't know if I really get it. My girlfriend's so happy. Then Weiss is just like, girl, what the fuck, you good?
See, okay, I made a comparison. I'm Blake, my fiance is Yang, and Ray is Weiss. That's how sometimes this happens.
Yeah. Accurate.
It's
Nice.
very accurate.
And this is just the tweet that I saw earlier if I forgot to bring it up. And she said it has nothing to do with the blacksmith.
It's always the blacksmith.
No, but she said it has nothing to do with the blacksmith. The quote
I
she's
was making
talking
a
about.
I was
Yeah.
making another
it's-
joke.
Oh, but it's interesting. Oh, she said it's not from the blacksmith scene at all. Little says that in the blacksmith scene. Huh. So it's not the line from Little either. That's interesting. Right. Anyway, a mother's promise. What does this mean? What is Summer's promise to watch over when she was gone? Has Ruby been holding on to this because she felt like her mother was with her? If Ruby gives up her cloak next, I will commit crimes.
Agree.
You and me both.
Yeah. I was just like, yikes, that'll be the end. No, I honestly think if she gave the cloak up, that would be the moment where Yang finally says something. And they have the talk. All right. Of course, Yang had to have been gone with a cat instead of Ruby because Yang definitely would have recognized Summer's weapon. By the way, I'm not saying Ruby never saw Summer's weapon, but she repressed the hell out of it and those memories to the point where she can barely recognize it herself. Not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea whatsoever. The promise was that she would come back and she isn't. She left the emblem behind as a promise that she would return and never did. And now Ruby let go of it. Summer is coming back. End me.
Yes.
So I thought about that and I'm like, if in the ever after they actually put quantities to like ideas, that could make sense. I don't know how, but it is what it is. I love this also. Keep you waiting. Vomit man. He is no longer vomit boy. He is
Vomit
vomit
man.
man.
Ruby needs to
He's
say
a
that.
He has
I feel like
upgraded.
You know what?
Ruby
I
has to
bet,
say.
I bet they will say that in the next episode. Ruby will not, but I bet one of them will say it in the next episode because Ruby's too sad.
Oh, yeah.
All right, not gonna lie, I think John is gonna die in the ever after. But since death isn't a thing in the ever after unless a Jabberwock is involved, I think he will ascend and go back to 19-year-old John, just like the Red King died and became the prince.
Again.
Do you think that they will work around John's age and revert him back to that before he gets out, or if he gets out, do you think he will stay as however old he is?
He needs to stay a DILF forever.
Thank you. Phil.
No,
Yes.
I'm perfect.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with it as long as he ends up with Mama Nikos. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
You gotta have Arcos.
there has been no
Blake,
confirmation
accept
that she
it.
has a dad.
Blake,
I don't like it.
come on, accept it. He
Just
hated
think,
this-
I was too late to save your daughter, but I'm not too late to give you another one.
Ty, get out of here. Ty,
Pick up
just get out of
line.
here. Oh, he's gone.
Nah.
No, get out of
He's
here. Don't
right.
come back. Oh, we're gonna make her cry again. Good job. You just made her cry.
I don't like it.
Everyone watching this, Pyrrha is my favorite character in the whole show. just
You're doing her dirty.
Just the thought and the idea of Jean,
that's Jean
being,
with his with the
Jean being like a 32-year-old man, ends up with her, and then somehow Pyrrha is reincarnated. He's dating
Yeah.
her mom.
Get
Get out. Go.
Out.
Get out of here.
out. Out.
And
Ow.
she's just like, Mom! She's like, hey, you waited. I didn't.
Ty, get out of here. Go.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Look, she has needs, guys.
Hey, women have needs.
And John was there to answer them.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm living for this.
Hey,
This is great.
Atlas gets really cold at night, okay?
You gotta keep warm.
God, no. No.
And you know, Jean knows a thing or two about being around a lot of women, so he can.
Oh my God.
He would know how to do their
This is why
ponytails.
Hey,
Everyone, this is why he's Ty.
Aura's not the only way to keep warm.
And he knows how to give
Ray,
a lot of
go.
aura. He's got a lot of it.
He's got
Guys,
a
we're making
lot
Blake
of it.
cry. Stop making
Here's the
Blake
one
cry.
that let him know.
She's crying, guys.
Hey, wait. So Pyrrha helped him get together with her mom. How cute.
Pyrrha's mom is kind of going on. She's
It's
all
kinda
I want, and I waited for so long.
What is this stream anymore?
Pyrrha, can't
Is
you
Ruby
see?
anymore?
You went and died on me. I know that might be
You're gonna get
wrong, but
video demonetized.
I'm
You're gonna get your video demonetized, man. Keep doing that.
Nah, he has to sing good for that to count.
No, they got stricter.
Woo!
If he gets this video demonetized, I'm gonna laugh.
There's a lot of things I want
It'll
to
be
say,
worth
but
it.
we're gonna be on YouTube, so I can't say some. I'll deal with you later.
Oh, that might be, the dumbest thing I've said in a video ever. Whew. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. Whew. Okay.
Why don't you go take a lap? Go take a lap. We'll finish the
Just
stream.
go.
You go-
Just leave.
I don't know what I need, but anyway, moving on. There's no way we're not getting more of Summer this season. She has a new character design and her weapon in the Ever After. Oh, we're fucked. What else do we got?
Give
Hold
me
on.
my
Carrie, Carrie's a mother's promise. You can't do this to me. Not today or ever. Especially today. End me.
Oh, that's a no.
I'm gonna need Ruby to stop hurting him.
Oh
Nah, keep doing it. Rip this
But
boy to
listen,
shreds.
listen, hear me out. It worked
No.
out in his favor because he's now a DILF.
It is.
It
And
worked
just-
out. He's a DILF. He's a DILF now.
It help-
It's all good.
It's helping
Thank
him
you.
become the man to date Pyrrha's mom. You're right.
Just think they can show the daughter the video of her.
Look, this is you, Pyrrha.
You want to know what? They're just gonna start it up. You want to know what? They should do a big long recap of Ruby, and it starts out with, "So this is how I met your mother."
No. God, no.
And it's got two little kids, two little red-headed, blonde-haired kids.
We need to move on.
We can't. He's gonna make cracks all night.
Oh my god! I fucking cried.
Yeah,
Right.
my icon is very accurate to how I feel right now.
Oh boy, this might be the most fun I've had a recording in fucking years. Oh god. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So Extreme guilt from killing Penny caused him to physically age fast. Proximity to the door in central location, time loop, or it could have been at the beach. What that makes you old. One cool idea I've seen around that he was the first to land in the Ever After, and that the Ever After doesn't really obey the rules of time, meaning that he landed back when Alex had her story, and he was the OG Rusted Knight, and he's been waiting for Ruby to show up.
Yeah, that was the thing I was the most curious about, was the fact that
Yeah.
he's clearly the Rusted Knight.
Yeah.
I just like how he looks like Weiss's grandfather a little bit.
Oh, that was the other one.
Yes.
That was.
I was waiting for
where
someone to point it out. And so
I forgot to put that in here, but there was a comparison photo where he looks exactly like it, and I just wanted to wait for her to go, for Weiss to be thirsty, and then someone to point out. He's just like, he reminds me of someone.
Oh, he took off the glasses. He took off the glasses.
I'm dying. This is the stupidest I've been in a recording in a long time.
We can always have
Everything
more.
went downhill really fast.
Look, it's great.
It
'cause
went
it's making
downhill
Blake
before we
mad.
started. It went downhill but way before we started.
Yeah, you got me there.
And you know,
Shut up. No, I don't know what
he's ready for the mom, because you'll notice the one thing he ditched and doesn't have on him is the shield that's got Pierre's crown in it.
He has his old crown, yeah.
So you're saying he lost his
Yeah, not
protection?
crown.
He ain't gonna need it for her mom. She wanted another kid. She lost her first one.
Exactly.
Bye, Blake.
I'm having a great night, guys. No, never. Look, go watch JoJo Part 6.
You can't make him stop. Jean has to date a Nikos at some point.
No.
She needs
And
her
in the end, he
happily
ends
ever
up with the
after.
dad.
The dad's not in the picture. He is dad now.
You can call John Dad now.
You can call me
Daddy.
daddy. I'm just trying to picture John walking up to a grown woman going, you can call me daddy now.
Never do that.
Especially with
again.
Miles' voice, just makes that worse.
Never
Yes.
say that ever again.
Child Miles.
Or, you know what would be the best thing is he just gets out of there and then all of a sudden all of Team Ruby's mothers are just, well, and all of them have to actively bat the mothers away from Sean. Because he's now of legal dickin' age.
Oh, Lord.
What happened?
Again, my icon
Qualified
is perfect.
to be a dilf.
That's how we get a sequel series. Sean gets a harem, okay?
Wait, he can't. Wait, Blake. He has to date Pierre's mom so he can be a dad because he's not a dad yet, so he's not a dilf.
Oh,
She nailed it. Her Pyrrha made the
two get outta
sacrifice
here.
so he could become a dilf you would be attracted to. You
two
can't
get
let
It
a
out.
was
sacrifice
all
be a
the
dang dad.
plan.
It was a plan all
Okay.
along.
That's
How-
John's
how
One
purpose.
sword may be
Perfectly.
broken in half, but the other's working perfectly. Okay, we're stopping.
There we go.
Wait, we're gonna find you.
For once, Tie-Dye has a brain cell, and it's a dangerous combination.
Wait, we're gonna find you.
Yeah, let's do it at this point.
You can somehow find me on Twitter at Cuba1103 trying to process the events tonight.
Raven, where can everybody find you?
Oh God. God, I hate you. Mainly on Instagram with Fiery Summers Cosplay and my book channel, Fiery Summer Books.
Oh
Oh
god.
my God.
Anyway, Ray, where can they find you?
You can find me pretty much everywhere under Ray Sketch It, and sometimes I post art.
I
But
know a
mostly
new
just
art
about
you
to
could
finish.
draw.
But she doesn't
I
do
know
it.
some art you could draw.
No, you're right. Yes, no. Because you know who has to save his artwork for.
How do you feel about getting commissioned?
She has commissions open, by the way, everyone. She has commissions open.
No, she doesn't. Shut up, Raven.
Hey, I get
She's
commissions
called
whenever.
for commission. Don't ask her.
All right.
I'll draw them DILF art ghosts.
There's no good commission like a good dickin'.
Just for Blake.
I can't wait until the next episode comes up and Jean is the most traumatized guy on the planet. We've been laughing this whole time. You can find me everywhere at Organoid0, mostly on Twitch and YouTube. If you like Resident Evil, next week I'm giving away a digital deluxe edition of the PS5 version of the game. You have to be watching and subbed at the time. $5 to win something that's worth $80. I think that's a good deal. Let's see you all next week.